Hey, I'm PH and welcome to Good Bible Knowledge with PhD. In this set of videos, I want to study the words and works of Jesus to give a clear understanding and a deeper appreciation of the love of God expressed through this most important figure in human history. And I hope these videos will help you in your own spiritual journey in Jesus. Let's get started. After the nation had officially rejected Jesus as the Messiah, the King from God, Jesus' mission now was fixed on his coming death on the cross, resurrection, and ascension into heaven. In the following months, Jesus focused his personal ministry on training and preparing the 12 disciples to continue the ministry of the gospel and the building of the believing community, which would later be known collectively as the church. During this time, Jesus would often withdraw from the crowds and spend time instructing the 12. Jesus and his disciples departed from Capernaum to Bethsaida, a small fishing town on the eastern border of Galilee. Word had gotten out, and there was a large crowd of followers numbering in the thousands waiting for Jesus when he arrived. Having compassion on the crowd, Jesus spent the afternoon teaching the people and healing those who were sick. As the evening approached, the disciples were concerned that the crowd would become hungry and would need to be fed, and they suggested to Jesus that he disperse the crowd so that they can go into the neighboring villages and find something to eat. Jesus, however, replied, "They do not need to go away, for you will give them something to eat." Philip, one of the disciples, captured the impossibility of this task, saying 200 denarii wouldn't even be enough to feed such a crowd. Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said, "There's a boy here with a simple lunch of 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, but this is nothing compared to the needs of so many." Jesus told the disciples to instruct the crowd to be seated. He then took the boy's lunch, prayed, giving thanks to God, and then had the disciples distribute the food among the people. There were over 5,000 people present that day, and every person was filled, with 12 baskets of food left over. The purpose of this miracle was not to amaze the crowd with Jesus' power. Rather, Jesus wanted to teach his disciples a very important spiritual lesson. By saying, "You give them something to eat," Jesus was preparing them for the day when they would be called to care for the needs of God's blossoming early church. Philip's statement represented all the disciples' hearts facing their deep inadequacy to achieve what Jesus had called them to do. However, when they presented Jesus with what little they had, the Lord miraculously multiplied it so that the crowd was not only satisfied, but there was food overflowing. In this, Jesus was teaching his disciples that the enormity of the ministry would be beyond their ability to achieve by human calculations. However, if they by faith offer to the Lord all that they had, no matter how little it may seem, God would multiply it through the power of the Spirit and enable them to do that which would seem impossible by any other means. It was a reminder to the disciples and to us that in whatever we face, even the seemingly insurmountable, if we continually surrender to the Lord, trusting in him fully, God will enable us to do even the impossible. Thanks for listening to another episode of Good Bible Knowledge. We'll see you next time.